Okay, so right now I am in front of the new East River HTX development here in East Downtown. And really, this is one of the big reasons why we're so high on Eado.
What's up, everybody? This is Cabby, one half of the Chris and Cab team here in Houston, Texas. So if you're thinking about buying a house or just making a move in Houston in general and need a little bit more information or trying to learn more about the different neighborhoods that's around the inner loop, well, keep on watching because this video is for you. Now, one of our newest listings is in East Downtown. That's 2412 Canal Unit J. It's a beautiful home, and later in this video we're going to take you on a home tour. But first, we wanted to tell you more about why East Downtown is one of the up-and-coming neighborhoods that we're really high on. All right, to start off, let's take a look at a map of Houston just to get our bearings and kind of understand where East Downtown is located. So here is downtown Houston, and obviously east of that is East Downtown. So this freeway right here is I-69, which a lot of Houstonians will still call US 59 freeway. I know I still do. And technically the boundaries to East Downtown would be I-69 on the west, and then 45 on the southwest, and then there's this railroad right here, and it kind of makes this triangle. However, you know, most people colloquially, including and myself, you know, they'll still consider this portion on the east side of this freeway, this still being part of East Downtown. So East Downtown is part of the greater East End, and East End would be from, you know, the 69 freeway traveling east towards US 90. And, you know, honestly, technically, officially, there's no like boundary or official definition as to when East Downtown would end and when, you know, it's technically just East End. Now, in my mind, I think that anything west of Sampson and Milby and like this little section right here, this little section and like west, I consider all this East Downtown. It has a certain feel, you know, like most of the newer townhome developments are over here. And then as you travel more east, it's more of like East End to me. You'll see like older bungalows and not as many townhomes just yet. So, but again, there's no like official rule. And I know people like when they'll be over here, like even as far east as Lockwood, they'll still say that they're hanging out in Eado in East Downtown. You know, for example, there's a very popular pickleball court here called Bumpy Pickle, and then when people are there, they may tell their friends, oh, I'm in Eado right now, I'm at Bumpy Pickle. So, you know, the average Houstonian probably considers all of this East Downtown. For me as a realtor, you know, I'm thinking from this Denver Harbor area to this little pocket right here that's west of Milby and Sampson-ish, and then this, you know, triangle right here, the official East Downtown. All of that is, you know, Eado to me, and then past Milby heading east, to me that's really East End. Now, one of the great things about being located in East Downtown in Eado is you're close to, I mean, not only being close to downtown, but being close to the specific attractions in downtown. Things like Discovery Green, George R. Brown Convention Center, Minute Maid Park where the Astros play, Toyota Center where the Rockets play, and then Shell Stadium where the Dynamo play, and this used to be called BBVA Compass Stadium. So all these stadiums are right here. So if you're in East Downtown, you're close to all of this. And when we have like, you know, large national things that come to Houston, like Final Four, like Super Bowl, and maybe if we get World Cup, all of those things happen at Discovery Green and all around here. So that's another great thing about being in Eado is like when these big events are happening, you're like in the mix.
Okay, so right now I am in front of the new East River HTX development here in East Downtown. And really, this is one of the big reasons why we're so high on Eado. So when it's all said and done, this is going to be a project that's over 150 acres. It's going to be a mixed use real estate center, right? So there's going to be retail, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and Class A office space, plus multifamily residential, so like apartment complexes. Now, if you're familiar with Midway, they are a real estate investment and development firm headquartered here in Houston, and they are the firm that was behind the City Center on the west side of town over by Memorial off of Beltway 8 and I-10. If you're familiar with City Center, you know it stays popping. Especially on pretty days like this, there's always families out there. Kids running around. You'll even see dogs. People are always shopping there, especially during the holiday seasons because they have a lot of good shops. So East River is developed by Midway as well. So you can imagine a very, very similar situation, only much bigger. I might have mentioned this project is going to take several years to complete, but when it's all said and done, it's going to be over 150 acres. It's going to have 500,000 leasable square feet of retail and over 8.9 million leasable square feet of Class A office space. So lots of new development. Oh, and there's gonna have like a bunch of trails and whatnot, so you can like bike or walk around here. So they're really trying to make it like this walkable center, close to downtown and close to the center of the city. So lots of changes, lots of development, and again, one of the reasons why we are so high on East Downtown. Another little cool thing about Eado East End is this Navigation Esplanade, or the Esplanade on Navigation Boulevard. So this whole little area in the middle on the Esplanade, on the weekends, I think on Sundays, there is a farmer's market to have a bunch of local vendors out here selling their stuff. And then in this area, this is where the OG of East End, the original Ninfa's, a Houston institution, as you can see right behind me, that's located in this area, as well as El Tiempo and Los Arcos. And all this is literally a block from our Canal listing. So again, a lot of things happening in this area, and it's another reason why we like Eado and East End. All right, so one of the last places we wanted to show y'all is Tacks. It's a very, very popular coffee shop and cafe here in East Downtown. Again, close to our Canal listing, just down the street from the Dynamo Stadium. And I think this just shows that one of the reasons why people like Eado so much is of all the new, cool things to do, restaurants, cafes, and stuff that's popping up, right? So we got places like Tacks, also some of our favorite restaurants in all of the city. Places like Nancy's Hustle and its sister restaurant, Tiny Champions, that's all right here. And then, you know, there's some bars and whatnot all along St. Emmanuel. Warehouse Live is a popular concert venue. Pitch 25, a popular bar. And again, the Dynamo Stadium. And I didn't mention this before, but you're really close to like George R. Brown and the Minute Maid Stadium, which is the Astro Stadium, and then downtown itself, obviously. So again, close proximity to a lot of things, still on the come up, right? So home prices here in Eado is typically cheaper than in other places like the Heights. Yeah, because of all this development, we feel like property values and interest and desirability will continue to grow, and more businesses and other things will continue to come to Eado and just make it a more desirable place to live in the long run. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our Canal listing. So this is a 2-bedroom townhome, about 1,800 square feet, built in 2020. Now, one of the reasons why I just showed you all that stuff, not only to show you why we're so high on Eado, but to show you that this house is literally in the mix of all of that. You're less than a mile from East River, from the Navigation Esplanade, from a lot of the things that make Eado so cool. So this is a really interesting opportunity to get in the neighborhood, to buy in the neighborhood before all that development is done, and property values get really, really expensive. So like I said, it's a 3-story, 2-bedroom townhome. Now, even though it's only 2 bedrooms, there is a flex space on the 3rd floor. Now, if you don't need a 3rd bedroom, it makes an excellent office or media room, but you could put a 3rd bed up there, and it has access to the 3rd floor bathroom. Now, another great thing about this house is that it has 2 balconies, both of which have views of downtown, but the view from the 3rd floor balcony is really incredible, can't be beat. This home was built in 2020 by In Town Homes, one of the more reputable builders here in the Loop. Now, their floor plans and their homes sell really, really well because I think they do a really great job of picking modern finishes that a lot of the young professional buyers really gravitate towards, especially those that are looking to stay in the Loop. Now, as you can see, you have the light, modern cabinetry, white marble backsplash. There's quartz countertops here, and something that they do in all of their homes is the higher end Bosch appliances. So another great thing about in-town homes. And also they have engineered wood floors, and I think they're a little bit higher quality than some of the laminate or luxury vinyl that you might see other builders use. So again, I think it's a great modern townhome in the heart of Eado, an excellent opportunity to buy. So if you're interested in learning more about this property, private tours, learning more about East Downtown or any of the inner loop neighborhoods, hit us up. We'd love to help.